Hello, hello, my crafty creatures. Up, I'm soft. 1 second. Testing. There I am. There's my volume level. Hello, hello, my crafty creatures. Oh, oh I've been doing on stream for almost 2 years. 2 years. Beginning of June, I remember the raids that Spaz did for me to get up to be able to get I can't even remember the word right now. But yeah, that thing. 2 years. Whew. So, huh? Oh, affiliated. Thank you, everybody else who's awake. uh, wow. So, I have to show these off. I think they're super cute, and I'm having a lot of fun making them. So I have to show them all. So I've been buying random blanks to see what I can do. So I bought some cone shaped wooden blanks. And I went to town. Um I'm gonna make them refrigerator magnets, but they're super cute. And and while they're not perfect, they're all hand painted like every last one of these little magnets. I have I've spent ridiculous amounts of time painting or using Sharpie to make them look halfway decent. But I'm gonna do little refrigerator magnets, and they're gonna go to my night market. And I've also been working on my stars, working on my stars. These ones are a little bit easier because they're three colors. I feel that I can have more color stars coming out here, but I got a few that are just red, white, and blue. Oh my goodness! But that's really what I was doing yesterday, is I was playing around with that stuff. And shopping. Tomorrow's going to be an adventure. I get to change the I get to put in a new belt for my dryer. In 20 years, the only thing that dryer's needed is the belt that I'm going to replace tomorrow. So it's been a very, very good dryer. And I learned a few things about dryer belts while I was looking for a dryer belt. They're widely ranging in size and very specific to each model. Now, years old, and it is 89 and a half inches in diameter. Um, they had 88, so I did a little bit of research there, and I ended up buying the 92 and a quarter because dryers come with tensioners, and it's easier to pull up the slack than it is to try to stretch the band without snapping it, which I totally agree with. I mean, I have a heat gun and I know how to stretch rubber, but that's besides the point. Um, uh, and so that's my adventure tomorrow morning is dryer repair. The washing machine is of equal quality, and funny enough, they're General Electric appliances. The dryer is a supersized 7 cubic foot heavy duty dryer, which I'm sure when I bought it, I knew exactly what I was doing, but almost 2 decades later, I'm like, wow, younger me was smart, because when I bought these appliances, I had 8 adults living in my house. So, yeah, that should that should give you an idea of how big the house is. We had 8 adults, and honestly, you had to look for people sometimes. And I mean, I don't have like a palatial mansion that is spread across acres and acres, but it's a pretty good sized house. If I don't want to be found, I can go to one of the remote rooms and not be found. Because, yeah, Husband Creature and I really, we use the first floor, and I mean, I use the second floor mostly, and the third floor is currently storage, but yeah, it's. I don't know. Do the hobbitses want to go on appliance repair adventure? Like, uh, I made the mistake of sending Dragon not even I don't even know what the Facebook version of Book Talk is, but Dragon's algorithm has leaked into my world, which I'm not sad about. I totally enjoy books. Um, I think I think on my in between, once I get Buffalo Woman done, I think I'm gonna finish up the Dresden series because I feel the reading itch coming on. I have Buffalo Woman that I need to work on. Though I could always use it. I could always read at work. I really could. We are finishing up color 318 today, and then we'll be working on another color because there's only uh since I really didn't start this until like 10 of because I was finishing up some other stuff. There's only 193 stitches of this color left, and I have 3 hours. So today is my long day, which honestly, all my days could be long days, but there's just something about having one long stream a week. So my moonflowers have their primary. Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. The Dresden Files are all one book. I think I think I have four. I'm in the middle of three, which I probably will have to start again to be completely fair. But I think I only have three after the one I'm currently reading. I saw I saw that. I was like, oh no, no, no. Dragon needs to see this. uh, and it's a Facebook thing, husband creature. I'll show it to you. Show it to you after stream. But you'll agree with it. You will. Husband creature, did I share the story of the lady living behind us being a trying to be overly friendly? I forget which day that happened on and if I've blabbed it. Yes, your bookman. Honestly, uh, uh, okay. Was it yesterday? So, okay. Yeah, oh yeah, it was after stream. So, again, oh, hello, hello, Hachimam. Hachimama. So you popped in just in time to hear my crappy ass neighborhood stories. Um, I live in husband creature and I live in a technically classified as a gray neighborhood because it is not upper echelon and it is definitely not the ghetto area where we have frequent issues. Um, we're more towards the darker end of the gray area than the lighter end of the gray area, but that's weird city classifications. So playing in the backyard, uh, with the dogs. I'm picking up glass because back in the day, backyards weren't a thing. Backyards really weren't, like, yards themselves really weren't a thing until the 50s. So, most backyards were trash pits. My yard being no exception. And the earth, as I'm working it and trying to get the good soil to come out and convince the worms to come back, which they are starting to come back, and work the soil and whatnot. They're churning up, and glass is coming up out of the ground. And I try to pick it up because I have idiot dogs. So I'm going around picking up glass, and I there's some lady out back talking. Like, we ignore the directly behind us neighbors. And we're situated on a hill, so they can see down into our yard, which I quite frankly find very annoying. And I need to get some dinosaur cedar I need to clear out behind the fence so I can plant some cedar to make a windbreak, essentially, or make a peeper break. And the reason for the dinosaur cedar is it grows about 100 feet in a couple of years. It's a fast grower. So this lady looks down. She starts talking to husband creature, and he's amazingly enough in a good enough mood to answer her. He's trying to be nice, and I don't think anything of it. I'm like, okay, this is weird. Well, I think it's weird, but I don't like openly say that. And she goes down. She's like, hey, my name is blah, 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 blah. What's yours? And I look up, and I just answer with my first name. She doesn't need to have my entire life story. and first thing I do, and then I look at husband creature, and we go in the house with the dogs because she was also trying to whistle and get the dog's attention. She wanted their names. No, like, my dogs are friendly, but I don't need my neighbors knowing anything about them. So we go inside and oh, big truck going by. I don't know where, but and I'm very paraphrasing all of this. But we go inside, and I'm like, that name's getting Googled, so I Google her name that she gave me. And lo and behold, she just got out of jail for criminal trespassing. And she was she had gone into jail for violating conditions of her bail. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, we're gonna keep an eye on that. So that's the kind of people we have living around us. And while I'm all for second chances, we can have second chances in public. My yard is my private land. But that was, and when I was picking up those glass pieces, I actually found a couple of coins. One was just an American nickel from 1979, super duper generic. Well, it was kind of dirty, so it's that, but just generic nickel. But I did find a 1913 Canadian penny, and it had, I think, King George. It had Queen Queen Elizabeth's father on the coin. I believe. I believe it was either her father or her grandfather. It was on the coin. And it was super cool. Like their 1 cent was about the size of a quarter. And it was really really neat, and it was dirty. So I mean, I did some vinegar, and I used one of my stiffer paintbrushes to take like the encrusted dirt off, and I've gotten it pretty. I got all the it's a copper coin, because it, I don't know, it was green, and I treated it, and now it's not green. But it's starting to cement my need to go into the basement, or not in the basement. I don't know why I said that. Go get an actual metal detector, even if it's like just one that pings everything, because I kind of want to find out the stuff that's in my backyard. But those were my adventures in a whole day. And hello, Jules. And if you didn't catch it the first time, hello, Hachi. But those were my adventures yesterday. My moonflowers have come up. Not as many as I had expected, but still, I'm gonna give my moonflowers a couple more days before I put them in the ground. But the morning glories and the sunflowers are going into the ground tomorrow. I have dirt all ready for them. I have some. I have. I have their spots all cleared out, so those guys are going in the ground tomorrow. The moonflowers, I still have a little bit of setup to do, and I'm also gonna be putting my putting the hoop around my peony because it's getting ready to bloom. Yeah, they're right now. It's not super duper sunny. It is kind of warm, so Friday we might just start putting the ACs into the windows. And we'll go from there because we don't necessarily have to run them, and we can we can have cool air if we need it. But it's getting to that point in the year where we don't know. uh, So we're getting done the little bit that I had meant to finish before the end of last stream, but uh I'm still thinking about book math. Oh yeah, it is. That is kind of cold. Like it is not that cold down here. I mean, we're a whole 7, 8 hours apart, but still. Oh, and I do have to say, my friend at the border crossing has moved south for his ambitions. So I no longer have friends in remote places. Makes me a sad panda. That means our black market lumber trade is going to be a little harder. it's still one book. Oh, oh, that's rough. I have one more line. I have one more line right down there, and then I get to go over to the last clump of stitches of this color. The next color I picked, funny enough, actually fills in more of where I've been currently working. A lot of the big colors are very, I want to say, stringy. Is there they're like these little lines, but they're all over the place. And I'm like, no, I would like just blocks of color right now. I'm in a blocky color kind of day, and I know that once I get to like divine and call dance, I'm gonna be done with that because the start of most of the heaven and earths are they are very blocky, and especially the next two. I have it. I feel so weird when I'm showing off like, oh, here's the progress on call dance, and you see the giant picture and what it entails, and then you see what I have done, and it's a two lines of dark blue and some yellow speckled in, and you're like, where's the picture? I'm like, it's about 100,000 stitches down. I, all the there's a few little old ladies who completely enjoy um watching the weather station, and I've been watching the storms in Texas and in the southeast, and I'm like, oh damn. I keep my I keep my eyes open for Chattanooga, but they haven't really been talking about that. That's the closest big city that I keep my eye out for. Yeah, and the pissy swirly things are unpredictable. Mhm. Okay, we are done giant chunks. Now I have a hard time believing that's 117. Okay, well, the last bit I have apparently is 117, 119 stitches, which I have troubles believing, but I also have CVS is a pharmacy. Um, uh, like it is American healthcare is so messed up. I don't even know how to begin to explain it. It is it's a chain version. It's your apothecary. let's use old words for 1,000, Raw. I mean, yeah, here in the States we have your Rite Aid, Walgreens, most grocery stores have a pharmacy. Um, I mean, Walmart has it's just one of those convenience stores that happens to have a lot of drugs attached. Okay, so right here we go. Yeah, I I because I'm a med tech, uh, I I like to keep my skills sharp. I do research a lot of the meds that I administer. I know their interactions, and I do pay attention to them. Oh no. Today's show is brought to you by. I have a pixie looking out the window because apparently there might be something cool at the bird feeder. Pig, I hate to be the one to break this to you, but it's on the first floor, so please do not try to jump out the window. Oh yeah. Oh, it gets real. I have. I actually need to. No, I don't think I need to put in for the insulin. I need to see what meds I need to order to pick up tomorrow so that I can have a full stock. So I can have all the meds that I need. Um. Oh, so you do have a reverse. More coffee, stat. So 2, 3. I actually wore shorts today. Like, this is the first day I've worn shorts. Why are we crying? Oh. I I have to keep that on continual up. Like last night, for example, I got home. My sugar was in a good number. Um, it was at 115. So I had some turkey, some cheese, some nice protein to stabilize it. And then I walk upstairs and quite literally it fell off a cliff. Like it went from 115 to 78 and dropping. And I'm like, you were fine just a second ago. um, so I ended up having Mountain Dew and M&Ms before I went to bed. I didn't crash during the night though, so that was nice. I've had moments where I should have rung the I should have called emergency services, but that's an expensive thing. Here in the states that's not something that we want to pay for. That's not too bad. That an ambulance ride here starts off at 250, and that's just one, and that's with insurance. I've taken a few ambulance rides in my life, and it makes me cry. Oh, ooh, yeah, oh yeah. Oh my, oh my. See, I I do got to give my doctor's office credit. I have electronic healthcare, so I have all of my records. As soon as my test results get entered into their system, interpreted or not, I get to see them. And if I have questions, because there's this weird thing called Google, um, so I can get a rough idea of what they're talking about. No, I don't say that it takes the place of the experience that my doctor has, but at the same time, I do know what my body is doing, and if it's something that looks weird, I'm gonna ask. It gives me a platform to ask questions. Mhm. I can't pick up my needle. My hands decided that working was overrated. I gotta say, I'm glad that I didn't have to rearrange my cameras today, and I'm glad that I have Hogwarts done. It's so surreal as getting to the end of this, um, because at this point in time, uh, I I've been working on this for so long. It's weird. It's weird seeing pictures in my memories come up about when I was working on the first row, and it's just and how right now the easiest way is just to keep her on the big desk. Like this last corner, I can't express how frustrating it is to try to aim lighting anywhere. Uh, because I have inconsiderate dogs, and if I get the lighting set up, it doesn't stay that way for long. Between Tales of Destruction and them just not watching where they run. So, dooby doo. I honestly think this will be the last round of. I think this is the last area of the string that I'm going to use. Like, then I get to figure out where it goes next. A lot of the next two kits, share, share colors. Oh, Have a good night, Hutchie. And yeah, when I get down to the last few stitches, I don't care what time it is. It could be 3 in the morning. I will be having a live stream of the last few stitches. It might be it might be like I'm calling in late to work. I'll be like, I will be there when I am done. Pumpy migration color. It goes from where I'm working here down in here. I hear the cardinal. He's chirping up a storm. Oh, he's in the yard now. I can only see one of my feeders, and it's not his favorite feeder. Though I think he might be on it. Okie doke. I'm gonna be here therapeutically stabbing stuff. So if I'm quiet, just say something. I'll react. Working on getting this color done. Starting another color. I have to do fun things like update my inventory and make out cost, cost and sales projections too. I don't wanna. The behind the scenes of a business. I don't wanna. But I do. I do need to get that aspect all. How many left did I have? One left. I never caught that. The fuck it, I'm done. That's great. I have seedlings to transplant. I have plants to repot. And that'll all be tomorrow when I have all my dirt out and all my fertilizer and Do it again. Nope, I lied. I'm gonna have to change. Oh yeah, yeah. Sage and basil. Lemon balm also um, helps with mosquitoes. You can also make really cool soap out of it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One more, one less. I'm closing in. I'm closing in on the end. The end of the color, I should say. And yes, well, yes, I am closing in on the end of the pattern. I still have a few thousand left on that. But today after this stream, I will be below 14,000 stitches until completion. So super excited about that. Yeah, it's overcast up here, but or down here. It's not cold. It's not rainy. It's very sticky though. Hmm. I'm in the. I have. What line did I just get done? Oh, so I'm gonna highlight that and see how many X's I got left of this color. And hopefully I don't have to switch out string again. Okay, down to 27. So hoping I don't have to switch out string again. Okay, this line is even with. Do. No. Now we're there. Um, I'm hanging out here till noon, and then I'm not 100% sure what I'll be doing. I know part of it will be making tonight's dinner. I don't know if I'm gonna do arts and crafts, as in create some uh, stuff from scratch, or if it's gonna be some wrapping and setting some white fabric up for creation, so I can then turn around and then I can turn around and make stencil art and whatnot. Not 100% sure yet. I'm kind of leaning towards bringing my magnets downstairs and outlining them while I'm cooking dinner. So and then they'll go outside because I only do this outside, and I try to even in cold weather I try to in out kind of stuff, but the magnets will be lacquered so that they don't chip, they don't run, and they have that nice little shiny gloss that attracts people. So. Oh, Jules, did you not see my little magnet things that I've been working on? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Are you at a place where you can actually look at the screen? These are the three that are ready to be um, finished up. Yeah, there we go. And I've been experimenting with mixed media on these between the Sharpies and paint and whatnot. But I'll be taking pictures and Putting on the Book of Faces. And I'm gonna put a good strength magnet on there. I'm not gonna be one that I'm not gonna put a magnet on there that barely holds the bone onto the refrigerator. But I'm also not going to put a 250 weight magnet on the back of those. Uh, but I wanted to be able to be useful. Not all of my stuff is serves a purpose, but well, not a direct purpose. I would argue that making you happy is a purpose. Is I always say when someone buys something from me, oh, it found its new owner, or it's going to find its person, because that's what it is. When you buy art, it's not anything that anybody else can explain. If it calls to you, or you think of if it brings up a memory of somebody, that is the magic of what art does. It's very much like, well, I would also argue that writing is an art, like the fine arts. It's If it calls to you, then that is your personal magical experience. You can't replicate that with everybody. Um, and even mass production items have an audience, but I much prefer the one of a kind things. Well, someone is definitely not getting out of the way if they have to lay on the horn. Are they doing Ohio or Union? Oh, they're going down Ohio. Okay. Mm-hmm. I have to move my magnifying glass. This one. Mm-hmm. We have just hit color 0. 318 has been completed. gets to move on too. I'll tell you which kit we can see this color next in, or this next blah 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 blah. The project we will next see this color in momentarily. Let me officially hit the 0. Woo! Okay, where does it go? Is it going to Divine? 318 is going to Divine. Woo! Color finish. I love it. I love it. I love it. There is enough of that. Are you lucky now? I like it because, to be honest, Divine Instinct is easier to reach right now, because both of them are often in the same area, but Divine Instinct's on top. Because I love Dragon, but Husband Creatures Project is more important in the priority of life. So Divine Instinct's on top and easier to reach, and then I have to reach down a little further for the call dance. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can actually. Where is it? This is incredibly frustrating. Past me and I need to have a conversation about wrapping colors. What did I do? Oh. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I think it's because it's a paper bobbin, and in all honesty, I'm hoping that I get this bobbin all gone while I'm working on it right now. If not, I think I just have to transfer over to a plastic one and save this for a kit. Okay, so there's that. Eventually, I'm hoping like I can. I don't even. There we go. Holy fuck. Okay. Past me and I need to have a conversation. All I gotta say there. Okay, our next color is not a very zippy color. It is 3042. Ah! Oh my goodness, there. 3042 is our next color. And I gotta load up my string, and then I gotta find where I want to start. So oh my goodness. I am eventually gonna have to tackle the stringy big colors, but as long as I have some big bulky blocks, I'm gonna continue doing that. Okay, 3042, 431 stitches of this color in remains. Okay, where am I starting out? How high up does it go? Okay, starts out there. let me take a look. See here. It's telling me I have a spot of this one on another page, and it's literally just one stitch. So, and it is absolutely true. So I'm gonna do that. That's it. There's that there. That's what we're looking at. Okay. It's actually 2 stitches. So that's always lovely. I actually kind of prefer that it's the 2. Okay, there's that. That's a weird and random. I'm pretty sure I was like, nah. I think it was a reach. So no matter how I had to do it, it was going to be difficult. Okay, so we're gonna start up. I'm gonna start up in a place I'm unsure of. So we are now into the 192,000 stitches range. We are over it, so that means we are less than 3,000. No, we haven't hit the 700 yet. 769 was the stitch count to get it below 3,000. So we're not there yet, but oh my goodness, let's see. Rearrange the camera. Kind of glad it's an ad break, if that's the case. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Where am I looking here? Okay, I'm looking for that piece there. So, those there. So this color is a very, like, I would most best describe it as a very light purple gray. Actually, I want to find out what it's been named, because I have I have something called Thread Keeper, which keeps track of all of my. Let's see. Oh. Doobie-doo. My brain is processing. I have to remember where I put my Thread Stash app. My Thread box. Let's see. I know I have plenty of this color. Let's see. 30, 42, 30. And Thread box. I have 6 of them. Okay. It is called Antique Violet, the light shade. Wait, let's see. I need to be able to count 5 out. 4. I need to put 6 out. Go you. Five. That one. Oh my goodness. 2, 3. It's just like counting 5 all the way out. Oh, this one's only 4. But actually, this one's a lot easier. Okay, we are ready to go. Two there. 2 over. I think this is the only like weird section of this color. Everything else is pretty well attached to color areas that I've already been working. And thunder. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of thunder, and I'll understand if you poof out of existence. Just because I know thunder means lightning. So, if you can get thunder to comply, I would market that skill. Yeah, I am glad that you are inside because being outside in that shit is not fun. Okay, let's see. We're right here. And 4, skip on it, 1 over. Mm, that's such a weird spot for just one one dot. Yeah, the angry spinny things. They're the. It does look like it is gonna rain, so I might not have to. I might not be able to go out and do outside arts and crafts. So that makes me a little. Oh, here it comes. I hear it. Oh, it's so cool hearing it come. That sounds really bad. It. Hi, hi. It just. Well, it sounded like it was coming down the hill and just hitting all the tree leaves and everything. So it was actually a really pretty sound. And then phrasing. Though when we start working on call dance, that's gonna be one of the that's gonna be one of the things I'm gonna focus on is entendres. How many of how many of them we can we can start playing the if you know what I mean. That was a fast reconnect. So I got disconnected. So you probably saw the spinny wheel of death thing. Actually, that's one thing I get to do right after stream is pay bills because I got paid today and it's the bill paycheck. Woo! Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do. Finding it hard to believe that there are 400 stitches of this color just from looking where the fill-in bits are. I'm like, really? This doesn't feel like it could be 400 stitches, but what do I know? So I've been teaching myself how to crochet. I don't have someone to be in person to teach me how because I'm left-handed, and that is a different style of crochet. So I have been utilizing the internet and my resources and working on projects. So of course I totally forget how to count when I'm doing that. And I last night I've been working on a cappuccino rose. It is a very sweet little project. It's perfect for beginners. The outcome is really, really pretty. And I'm working on flowers and whatnot that I can just set up and put like $5 on them. And hey, you want a flower? Here's a flower that will never die. Scotch guard it, stuff like that. Scotch guard and starch it, so it will hold its integrity. But I was misreading the pattern. It was telling me to do 2 stitches in one, and I read it just to do 2 stitches in a row and then skip one. And I was like, I got done the first row, and I was like, oh crap. So luckily it was only the first row, but it looks so much better now that I'm doing it correctly because I was comparing picture notes, and I'm like, this isn't right. And so I got it fixed, but you forget. but forgetting how to count or learning how to read new types of patterns. Now, why did I make you pause, Miss Jewel? Gonna say, I do have friends who crochet. That's not the issue. It's I have learned that left-handed crochet is different. Left-handed knitting is different. Left-handed everything is different. I need a special desk. I just end up making my own shit, but and toss in that. Yeah. Well, and I'm not trying to be insulting to anybody. I am a hands-on kinesthetic learner, so it's easier for me to have someone like right here and show me, and so I can YouTube, like I'll be the first person to tell you, hey, YouTube videos. With YouTube videos, I actually will play the video, do the thing, play the video, do the thing, because I have to be able to feel touch the what I'm trying to learn. That's honestly that's why I like YouTube, is because I feel that I get annoying when I have to stop a person and be like, do that again. And with YouTube, that person doesn't get annoyed. They've already done it. So they will say, good job, 50 billion times in that section of video, if I need them to. Okay, let's see. What am I getting ready to get ready to line the tummy of this section here. There's this, and then that up. Mhm. Brain freeze. Okay, that's not where I wanted to go, but. Mhm. I went down too many times. Mhm. Funny enough, most days when I'm working on this around 9 o'clock, I'm already like stitching and whatnot. It just makes it easier when I'm also doing other things. Mostly why I don't mostly why I don't log in until 10. I would love to be able to solely just stay on and entertain people like this all day. Like, well, not maybe not all day, but for most of my day. But I do have to get up and move every once in a while, and I have chores and dogs and a full time job. That I really wish that I could make this my full time job, but this kind of entertainment, I'm not at that level yet. I sincerely wish I could though. Like that, no joke. I wish. Okay. Six, skip one and two. Two. I mean, if I could make enough to survive and pay my bills and work on Heaven and Earth designs all day, I would. I would be all over that. I'd probably make a dent in my collection. I'd even purchase the kits to do on stream. I'd purchase all the things if it. Or but I still, I mean, I need to like start utilizing other things, and I just don't have the spoons or the time. Or when I have the spoons, I don't have the time, and when I have the time, I don't have the spoons. That's mostly where my existence is. Like I have a lot of like video ideas rolling around in my skull. Um, yeah, how it is with a lot of my house projects too is I either have the spoons or the time, never both at the same time. And when I do, I run around like a crazy person. That is what we call the zoomies. Okay, I'm up a little higher. There we are. Hmm. Right now. I'm almost done this little section. Then I get to go to another section, or I get to fill in the spots. Mm, mm, Brain wandered off. Okay, there we go. Like, where am I? Okay. I only have like 3 lines in this section left. So. Mm, 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 mm. I think I'm going down to this cluster here. And it's not the camera's shot, so I get to move the camera again. Okay. Yeah. This cluster here is our next destination. Let's see if I can get the rack to hold still. Ugh. Dragon has returned. What? I'm confused. Is your phone going bananas? Is that why you need to let it chill? Or waiting for your pain to chill? Hello, hello. Go into markup mode. Oh my goodness. Urgh. I have a loose arm again. Oh, hate it. Oh. There's so much that could chill. Yeah, the rainstorm stopped. It was beautiful hearing it roll down the hill as it got closer through the trees and whatnot. It rolled right on through and it's all done. I get that. And then, just when you think you're in a position where you can, you were wrong. I'm actually kind of liking what it's like outside here today. Right now, I have a window open. There's a nice gentle cool breeze coming in. It has the just after it rained smell. Those are really cool. I've seen those. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have friends who live in Texas. I have a lot of friends who live in Texas, funny enough. Oof. I think Texas and Oklahoma also got like 2-inch hail. I always tell people to prepare for the worst, hope for the best, and prepare for the worst. Um, it is not pessimistic to be ready for a worst case scenario and simultaneously hoping that you don't have to use it because it's things don't have to be mutually exclusive. Um, I can be happy and angry at the same time. I can be happy about one situation and angry about another. Or I can recognize that something is not fair and still have to do it. Um, like, and I've been sitting and working through that dynamic of myself the past couple weeks. Is just sitting and allowing myself to be like this same time understanding that this is what has to be done. There. Yeah, I've DC'd a couple of times. So I apologize for that. It's not sure why, but that's what's happening. Yep, and that's exactly what it is having everything ready and hoping you never have to use it. I think this is where most of this section that I'm working in is where most of the stitching of this color is. But it fills in a good spot. So I got my one color zero that I wanted to get to today. So that's a plus. And then this is a one, two, three, two, always so hard when I'm down at the very, very bottom. But where we are right now, we're at the bottom of the bottom. There have been many bottoms like this, but this is the very last. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, oh. Um, Jules, if you're paying attention, you know what to do. If not, I can unceremoniously do it. Jules loves this part of her job, so I'm giving her the opportunity. Because I know she's there. Oh no, no. No, that first time chat set their pace. They can chances are they're just a bot. And unfortunately, even with all of my settings, I still get them. I was gonna let you do the boot band bot. I haven't done anything, but yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. You have fun. I don't have any tolerance for I will answer questions and whatnot, but I have no tolerance for bots or stupid people. Get to see my leg. Ah, okay. Well, that happens. Ooh. uh, I certainly hope that you are able to get some peace and quiet today, poet. Something that settles the mind. Unfortunately, they were probably a bot. They probably popped in, said that message, and then just since it wasn't since we're not a high talky stream, it probably didn't trigger it again.
My mind is like a hive. The thoughts intrusive are just bees buzzing to stay alive, distracted and elusive. They collide within my mind, and I struggle to think with my thoughts in a bind, and I push to the brink of insanity. Lost in thought, I wander down a path to my inner world. The complexity leaves me ponder.
Yeah, that's the thing with Spicy Sky. At least where we live, it leaves just about as fast as it gets here.
The inspiration they mold in their buzzing, I find compelling. A reminder of the power I hold. So I embrace the bees
Oh my
within my
goodness.
brain, even when they drive me insane. For in their chaos, I find a refrain of the beauty and complexity of my inner terrain.
I know one thing I'll be doing once I'm off streaming is
Understand that
fixing my support system on my desk.
I have chosen to
Cause it's being a pain. Hyper focus mode activate. We've actually gotten almost to we start off at 93.17%, and we are at 93.33. So we've gotten a good chunk of progress done today, which I'm more than pleased with. More than pleased. Okay, one more. Okay. I fully enjoy having the other blocks of color to mark a stop point. Plants are plants are really hard to get. Um, there's also okay, so there's also a geranium in our area. It is only annual, but you can put it in the ground, then dig it up and put it in a pot and bring it back, bring it in the house for the winter. It is called a citronella geranium. It smells exactly like citronella, and it does. I had them growing up because I like geraniums, and their flower is bright red, but they're called citronella geraniums, and that might be an easier one to find. Mint is very invasive, so have fun. Peppermint. Well, you want make sure you know you're getting the right mint because spearmint is not as effective as peppermint. The peppermint oil in peppermint is the stuff that you're looking for. And wintergreen is ass. Hey, and your lawn will smell good after you mow it. Like that's yeah. And so, and that's very true. Um, Jules, look on Burgess plants. Like there are websites that I have that are worldwide, like Burgess plants. Um, and they have seeds and stuff. I'll send you links afterwards because I may dabble in plants. I may have a. Woo. I mean from I got my barberry from the internet. Grew fantastically. I have the hydrangeas that are on either end of my barberry. I got them from the internet. I got my trumpet lilies, which I love. My trumpet lilies are amazing, and I need to order more. I got them. Um, I mean, I have a lot of like daylilies and native plants that I've stolen from the side of the road. Um, but I I have for things that are more specifically tailored to my color tastes and whatnot. I have to go online. And I just got both of those all done. Eh, and I didn't know I did not mark that. Whew. I want to get creeping thyme for my backyard because it is a sun and or shade plant. It only grows to 3 inches tall, which on my steep ass hill of a backyard will be very handy. And you only have to buy a little bit because it spreads. So that makes me very happy. And it smells like oranges when you step on it. It's called Walk on Me. So it wants to be stepped on. Um, or yeah, tread on me time is its yeah. I honestly there's so many like legitimate plant companies, and yes, I don't have to use this paper piece of crap that has a tear in it. Oh, there. Oh, I get to make a new tab for 3042. It's and the reasoning for that is because Amazon is a marketplace. It is not one entity. So it's hard to find the good ones. And that is when I do specifics. Like for example, I have not set it up, but I have a spot on Amazon that if I want I could have be on Amazon. I haven't had the spoons for setting any of it up. row that I'm on. There's the row that I'm on. Let's go. And off we go. Off to the races. Kind of sad, Panda. I was hoping it would still be raining by the time I got done, so I didn't have to go scoop the yard, but I have to go scoop the yard because that is my thing. It is I'm going to have a mostly poop-free backyard this summer, and if that means I have to scoop my yard every day, which it does, I'm gonna scoop my yard every day. Oof. Yeah. Funny. Now you got me on a rabbit hole. Oh, apparently I can send it through my tablet. That's kind of cool. Oh my goodness. There. I've done my shiny thing for the moment. Yeah, mint grows really tall. When I moved into my house, I had a lot of spearmint, and for whatever reason, the lily of the valley won the battle. And Jules, I trust Burpee Seeds. They have been a very good seed company for a lot of things that I've grown for many years. Oops, that was the wrong way. That might be why that arm is failing. I don't know. I don't know if they are worldwide. I'm pretty sure they are, or at least Canada. Oh my goodness. Okay. I just there's a couple more that if Burpee doesn't ship out to you, there's a couple more that I have in my brain that might. So. Oops. My frame just clicked on my mouse, which is always a very dangerous thing, because goodness knows where my mouse is sitting at any given point in time. I made some really good spearmint tea out of my spearmint. So, mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, so I like playing the shapes in the cloud games with the spots in the cross stitch. I kind of see like a running goat, a horse, or something fantastical. Because here's maybe even Capricorn, maybe a swimming Capricorn. Because here's the long horns, the eye, the front legs, and then I mean this is where it gets kind of weird because this could be considered the front leg, back leg, and then like the running back leg and the tail. But it could also be like just the front leg and then the tail for a Capricorn. I have pictures somewhere where I saw a penis in the shape of the cloud in the cloud shapes. I'm just thinking about putting them in the windows just in case. Because last night I was kind of sticky when I was sleeping. We're trying to. Oh, it was so funny. I was like, oh my god. Um, and I wasn't even the one who pointed it out. I wasn't looking for it. Someone else pointed it out, and then I was like, I can't unsee this. It's a very subtle difference, but this is more purple and less gray than the 318 that this is paired up with. think we'd kill a dehumidifier. Um, taking baby steps, like sealing up the sealing up the basement walls and whatnot, so we can start not having to worry about stuff like that. Oh my goodness. No, that's not what I want. I'm not gonna waste that. I need to do. Next line. I have to start paying attention again. Because it's not this area, it's not salt. Oh, no, I lied. I don't have to start paying attention again until over in this area. You're fine, ma'am. I know. I love you too. You good girl. Pixie, the air cutter. My parents had a dehumidifier that my dad actually hooked up to the sewer system, so he didn't have to drain it. he actually he drilled a pipe into the basin at the very bottom where it drained out, and then he attached it to a tub drain or a sink drain. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got through that. Now what do I do on this last section? There's 2, skip 3, and 1. Okay. 1, 2, and then skip 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay. Perfect. I mean, what about gravity? What about gravity feeding it? Put it near the sump pump, just higher up, and have it gravity feed. because my parents didn't actually. My my dad didn't buy. He's not gonna pay to upgrade when he can jerry rig it to do what he wants. Um, the beauty of being an engineer. He, yeah, he uh drilled at the very base of the uh the bin in the back. He ran some plastic tubing through. He caulked around both sides. He ran the tube, gravity fed it into a drain. Get a get a fish tank pump for for your dehumidifier. I actually had one of those when we had fiddler crabs. I I have activated Jules' curiosity. I mean, you could have a lot of fun, and with the hose, um, if it's clogged, you find that it's clogged, put it up to like a vacuum cleaner with its little attachment thing put on, and use that to spit whatever's stuck in it out. I have a little I got a little hand compressor for cleaning out stuff. So I mean, canned air could work. You know what? That's half the fun. Let's be fair. That's most of the fun of existing is being like, hey, what does this do? Honestly, that's how I learn. That's how I get a lot of the skills that I have, is I look at it and go, what makes this tick? I mean, you can't do it with everything, obviously, but with a lot of things you can. My goodness. We're almost at 93.4%. We're at 93.37. Ooh. Super excited. I know it's not the same, but every little bit of progress at this point is just amazing for me. Like, I have quite a delay going on right now. Nice. Well, I'm glad that she's. Oh, that was fun. I have 200 stitches of this color left. I just hit the 200 solid mark. So wow, I've actually done 400 425 stitches so far today. Like that's legit very impressive. Um, Especially since I've been talking quite a bit. But makes me happy. What kind of cake? Ooh, that's perfect. Ooh, I've always been a fan of funfetti, but that's just. Now, do like the extra bonus things, like instead of water, putting in milk, that kind of thing? Do you zhuzh up your box cakes? I take advantage of that. If she has the skills and she likes it, might be a good source of her to burn her energy. I know I love soccer, but the body doesn't keep up with the requirements anymore. I mean, it could, but I'd have like 3 days of recoup time. Oh, oh yes. If it calls for milk, um, or water, add milk. And if it calls for milk, you can also like you can up it. Like if you're using milk for water, and then if it calls for milk, use heavy cream, and it adds to the creaminess, um, and the moisture content too. It makes it floofier. Um, Instead of oil, and this is one that I had a hard time believing until I tried it. Instead of oil, butter. Um, yeah. We're teaching Dragon the secrets of box cake. I you're gonna have to share the results because the first time of trying the tips and tricks of uh of stuff is always the best. Um, you can also, for the moisture, add one more egg. For whatever amount of eggs it says, add one more. But work your work your comfort level in there. If right now all you're comfortable with is the swapping milk and water, go for it. But there's you can make box cake taste like cake from scratch real easy. Okay. And yeah. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna finish before I whoopsied and I think I'm gonna get this section done and call it a day. My mom used to, instead of like the oil, she used to swap it out with applesauce, but that only works with certain flavors because the applesauce has a flavor itself. So if you're doing like a strudel, like a cinnamon strudel, applesauce. My mom didn't take into consideration what applesauce tasted like in other cakes. She was just like, "Hey, it's healthy for you. We're gonna use applesauce instead of oil," and it yeah, we had some weird flavors at our house. Oh yeah, the motorcycle. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I only have a few lines left of this particular section, so I'm gonna finish it up, and that will be the day. Mm-hmm. I actually tomorrow one of my tasks is I have to go out and I have to do the whole get my meds thing. That's why I have to order them today. That one, and then one last. And then we call it a day. And then I do some number crunching, and we cheer. Okay, that's that. Okay, get this up and out of the way a little bit. Let me highlight some stitches so I can mark them. Okay, so we did 450 stitches. That is pretty awesome. 450 stitches. That brings us up to 93.39%, which is also very awesome. Let's see. Let me do some fun math to see how far we are till 9 to 5. Okay, so we have 3,319 stitches left until 95%. I am hoping tomorrow I will have a little bit more time to sit and stitch, but if I get distracted, I need to... Ma'am, I don't know what's up. Why are you so excited? Let's see. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out stuff, but that is the numbers. That is the numbers for today. I'm gonna try to fix my arms so I don't have to fight with it tomorrow. Thank you for the gift of your time. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. And I'm hoping to hunt down Dast and see if we're streaming together tomorrow, or if I'm just going to pop on for a couple hours and work on this later in the day. So, I love everybody. Have fun. Drink water. Take your meds. I'm going to go play with the dogs and maybe convince Husband Creature to shovel some poop with me. And we're going to have all kinds of fun.